Lovely stuff. Good evening, Chipping Sodbury. Are you well? Look at this. This village fate's gotten out of hand, hasn't it? The most middle-class shit I've ever seen in my life. Comedy and the folding chair industries meet at last. Oh, yes, please. Do you like comedy? Do you have a chair you can put on your back? Come to Chipping Sodbury. My name's Matt, it's lovely to be here. I am 34, I live with my wife, thank you. We've had a big year this year. We've just bought our first house together, which is very exciting. Oh, thank you very much. Took us ages to save up for a mortgage, because sadly, all of our grandparents are still alive. And, okay, I'm just looking at the average age of some of you out there. That joke might have been a mistake. A few of you laughing, a few of you sat there going, my grandchildren don't think that about me. They do die, okay? Die! We want a fucking house! Because you get to that point, don't you, in your mid-20s, you start looking at your grandparents going, yep, that's enough day trips for me, isn't it, Nanny? Let's get this fucking moving. No, put the fiver away, it's not enough anymore. It's awful. Every time there was a new variant of COVID, I thought, oh, ka-ching! No, you don't need a booster, do you, Nan? Keep trying to tell her to go on a cruise at the moment, you know? Yeah. It was a nightmare as well. God saving money is awful, right? We moved back in with my parents, my wife and I, to save some money. That lasted 2 weeks, because we came home one day and we heard my parents having sex, which is grim. That's never a nice moment in anyone's life, is it? That's pretty awful. But it didn't really bother me that much, well, till the third voice kicked in. And, I did that joke recently at a gig in my hometown and my mum and dad were in the audience, right? I stood on stage and went, ho-ho, till the third voice kicked in. My dad stood up in front of everyone and went, that's me he's talking about, what a legend, right? But, you know, was the point I told him that none of the voices were his, so fuck him, you know? Mum's a slapper. And you do get heckled, obviously, like this is beautiful, look at this. The only heckle you're gonna get here is someone stuck on a Ferris wheel, so. It's great you do shit gigs in shit places when you do this job. I was gigging recently in a place not a million miles away from here called Swindon. Now, I don't know if you're aware. Okay, it's a very middle-class lady down here. Yeah, it is a shithole, mate. Well done. Wait for the fucking joke. And I'm on your side. Swindon's awful. Now, very middle-class lady, let me explain Swindon to you. Swindon is where your cleaner lives. Now, I thought she was from Slovenia. Swindon, you say? Swindon. It's a fucking shithole, thank you, mates. Cheers. If you've never been, it looks like what would happen if Wetherspoons opened a theme park. Right, that's the vibe. And I was on stage at this gig, and I told the audience there that I'm half Welsh. Said this to the crowd, a man at the back of the room, no hesitation, just went, ha-ho! Sheep shagger! And I went, no, I'm only half Welsh. And he went, fine then, you wank off over knitwear. Right, which is amazing, you know? Not the weirdest one I've ever had. I was once doing a gig a few years ago. The weirdest moment of my comedy career, apart from playing a football pitch in Chipping Sodbury that looks like we've all been evacuated from the town. There's been a flood. Let's go to the football pitch. It's on high ground. I was doing a gig a few years ago, on stage, the best, weirdest heckle I've ever had. As I was on stage, a man threw his own prosthetic arm at me. Which is not a moment you're prepared for, is it? I'm on stage, I'm doing my little jokes, it flew out the audience, hit the back wall, and fell to the floor. And I was angry, someone had thrown something, right? So I pick it up, I look at it, I don't know it's a prosthetic arm, I've never seen one. I look at it and I assume it's a very advanced dildo. Now, I held it up and I went, who threw this? The owner was sat in the middle of the room, waiting to ruin the gig. Because he looked at me and he went, I did. And I was like, okay, here we go, I'm getting cancelled. This isn't good. So I was trying to be as polite as I could. I went, hello, sir, lovely to meet you. Can I ask why you threw your prosthetic arm at me? And he went, yeah, mate, you can. I don't think you're very good. And I went, okay. And he went, and it looked like you needed a hand. Right, which is such a, fuck off. No, don't applaud that. No, you can't bring your own props and do your own jokes. That's not how this works. It got even weirder. He was so shit-faced, he forgot his arm at the end of the evening. Just walked off into the night. So I now own a prosthetic arm. It's on my mantelpiece. I don't know what else to do with it. I just high-five it when I get home. So it is very good to be here. Thank you for having me. Like I said, I'm married. I don't want to brag too much. I've got a very exotic wife. My wife is northern. Yeah, some of the men are impressed. She's from Yorkshire. I can see your little faces, men, like that. God, How do I get a Yorkshire girl? You go, you catch one feral, they're yours. It is phenomenal up there. If you want to know how to catch a Yorkshire girl, gravy in a cage. That's all you need. They're like sharks with blood. They fall for it every time. Just... There's a fucking carvery over there. It's in this little box. Get in, we're going for a drive. My name, Toby. And, you know, love it. Love being married to a woman from Yorkshire. Because people from Yorkshire, they're kind. They're down to earth. They're modest. The only downside is when we have sex, she does sound like the Churchill dog. That isn't ideal. You know what I mean, don't you? Oh, yes. But, you know, I get a blowjob and an amazing deal on my car insurance. I couldn't give a fuck. Another downside, people from Yorkshire, very tight-fisted, so handjobs are terrifying. But handjobs are shit anyway. That's what I've come in to tell you, Chipping Sodbury. No one involved in a handjob is having a good time, are they? They're awful. Like my friend here, do you like being wanked off, mate? No, of course you fucking don't. You panic, you're like a Conservative MP in trouble then. Very good question. The question is more whether my constituents would like me to continue to be wanked off on their behalf, okay? Of course you don't. Handjobs are awful, aren't they, men? You're just lying there thinking, I could have done this quicker and better myself. That's all that's going through your head. Getting a handjob is like watching someone else try to reverse your car, you know? They get it done, but they haven't got the knack, have they? And the only thing worse is giving a handjob. It's awful, isn't it, ladies, giving a handjob? Do you like giving a handjob, madam? No, of course you fucking don't, do you? Because there's nothing in it for you, is there? It's a relentless, thankless task, and they never fucking end, do they? Oh my God, just go, oh my God. Oh my God, why is this taking so long? When he fucks me, it takes 30 seconds. This is a nightmare. That's all it is. Oh, thank God, that little pearl's come up, right? Which is also weird, isn't it? Pre-cum. Why do we have that? Why do 9 sperm need to come up and go, we've got some mates coming in a minute, is that all right? Yeah, you got to take off a 9 million. It's awful. He's going, oh my God. Oh my God. I've just had a real moment there going, this is your job. Air pumping cock in a field in Chipping Sodbury. This wasn't the comedy dream, I'm not going to lie, but I'm very happy to be here. Oh my God. My arm is absolutely fucking killing me. And there's no relief for your arm, is there? Because if you slow down or change rhythm, the whole thing starts from the fucking beginning again. They're a nightmare. The only way you can get any relief is if you hand over to yourself like a baton in a relay. You know? If you are going to do it as well, bit of advice, up and down only, please. Huh? That's all we need, isn't it, mate? Just one move is all men need. Because I understand women, you're so much more complicated, aren't you? Downstairs. When you're doing something to a woman, it's a bit more like, you know, DJing in Ibiza, isn't it? Have you come yet? You know, very different. Men, it's just that. Come on! I remember the first time my wife ever gave me a hand job. She was pulling out all these moves to make it exciting. She was going up and down, which I didn't mind. Then out of nowhere, she started to go left, right, back to front. Then she was doing this, yeah? She calls that move the bake-off, right? It was very distracting. I looked down at her and she was like this. As I looked, she went, hey, is this sexy? I went, no, you look like a pilot trying to land in the wind. It's attached, Samantha, leave it be. This is fun. I appreciate you having me, because I know that I'm not, like, famous, you know? Thank you very much, mate. I'm doing fine by myself. Shut the fuck up. Now, although I did just spill water down myself, so that was karma in action, wasn't it? Now, I know I'm not the top of the tree of comedy, you know? I've got friends I started out with. They've gone on to proper success. I started out with a man called Ramesh Ranganathan. Yeah? We've got very different fucking lives now. I'm here on a Monday evening. He's just bought a brand new Aston Martin. And you know which one's his? It's got a wonky headlight. Now, you want to see it parked next to Rob Beckett's. The grill on that fucking thing. Terrifying coming down the motorway. I know where I sit, right? I've got friends... Shh. I know where I sit, right? I've got friends who've done things like Live at the Apollo. Have I got news for you? 3 years ago, I did celebrity coach trip. That's the level I'm at. I went around Portugal with Honey fucking G. That's the level I'm at. That is the lowest level of celebrity you can fucking be. This is how low the level of celebrity is. We had to vote 2 people off because they'd run out of annual leave at work, right? It's a low bar. I know where I sit. It was shown to me not that long ago. I was sat at home a few months ago watching a TV show called Pointless. As I'm watching Pointless, there is a round on comedians, and I, Matt Richardson, am an answer to a question on Pointless, which is the most exciting thing that's ever happened to me until it turns out I am the pointless fucking answer. You've never been depressed about your showbiz career till you've seen 2 men high-five over the fact that 0 in 100 people know who the fuck you are. They won 3.5 grand. But I do, I live with my wife. We live in a place not dissimilar, really, to this. We live in a village. I live in Oxfordshire, not that far away, beautiful part of the country. Lovely to be here. It is fucking... Give me a cheer if you live in a village. It's fucking boring, innit? There's nothing to do unless you like racism and drink driving. They're the 2 things you're allowed to do. They fucking love a drink drive in the countryside. I had no idea. They think you're a dickhead if you don't do it. It's like, no, mate, drive. Just drive home. Just text us when you're back and we know the roads are safe again. When we first moved to this village, I drove to a local pub, met a bloke in there, and I got accidentally shit-faced. We're drinking pint shots the lot. It got out of hand. And it got to a point I couldn't even see, and I went, mate, I'm too drunk, I need to call a local taxi. And he went, no, mate, drive. And I went, oh, I can't do that. So I went to the bar, I got the number for the local taxi, I called it, he picked up the fucking phone, right? They do not give a shit. You're right, mate, Bob's Taxis, where are you off to? Heaven, Bob. By the look of you. The Facebook group's popping though, fucking hell, that's all there is to do, isn't it? I bet there's a cracking local Facebook group round here, and right now they're complaining because I'm just going to yell cunt. You know what I mean? Like that. Spotted Chipping Sodbury, cunt! Now, there we go, let's fuck them off. A few middle-class people going, I love it. I'm obsessed with this local Facebook group. Every day people are on there. Has anyone noticed the red van going up and down the street every single morning? You're like, yes, the fucking postman. Innit, Doreen? Get a life. There's one woman, all she does, she names and shames the cats that shit in her garden. We call her Cat Shit Sue. Every single day, a picture of a cat shit going, another cat shit in my garden, get your cats to stop. And I think, well, you know, I've got nothing better to do. I've set up a Facebook profile for my cat. Every time she posts, I just go, your garden's mine, bitch. You know? No, loads of other people have done the same as well in the village. Loads of people have got little Facebook profiles for their cats, and we're all just harassing Sue. And we're all friends with each other on Facebook as our cats. We've all lost the fucking plot. I've got more cat friends than real friends in the village. There's one of them, we're all in a group message together, he keeps trying to get us to go and meet up in the pub. I don't want to do that, because I don't want to walk up to random men and go, are you sprinkles? Do you know what I mean? Like... The one thing I love in the village, though, is we do have a gang. That's quite exciting. Because no one has told the teenage boys they live in a village in Oxfordshire. They all think they live in South fucking London, the way they go on. The accent in Oxfordshire, very similar to round here, you know? You're right, mate, you want to go for a pint? Not these dickheads. They hang outside the village shop going, yo, blood, what's going on, man, yo? Saying shit like, I grew up on the streets, and I think your house is called Lavender Cottage. You've got a gravel driveway, you posh little prick. They've got a gang name, they call themselves the Village People. They've got no idea. It's just funny, innit? It's just funny. They wear balaclavas to hang outside the village shop. Just stood there going, you man, you. I got my bally on, blood. I got my balaclava on in case the feds come. And I think the only reason you own a balaclava, Julian, is it's because mummy takes you skiing twice a fucking year, isn't it? How do I know? Your mittens are attached to your coat. That's how I know. They're so middle class and they're desperate to be roadmen. Well, they're cul-de-sac cunts, that's what they are. And lane lads at the minimum, you know? I was walking into the shop recently. One of them looked at me and went, "Yo, Bled, are you going in the shop, yeah?" And I went, "Yes." And he went, "Good. You're going to do man a favour, right? When you're in the shop, you're going to buy us some booze, innit?" And I thought, you know what? I was young once, why not? I'll help him out. So I went, "Okay, what would you like?" This is how middle class they are. He looked back at me and he went, "Rosie." Rosie. One of his dickhead mates went, "You make sure that's a blush, yeah?" Whispering angel for the man then, you know what I mean? Don't you come back with chicken wine, you will get stabbed. Fences at the weekends does me. And if I was going to have kids, I'd have them with my wife. I love her to death. She's amazing. She's the one. I knew she was the one very early in our relationship. 2 months in, I remember the moment. Because I did something for her I wouldn't do for anyone else. 2 months into our relationship, we went on a night out together and we got drunk. She got a little bit too drunk. I had to take her home and put her to bed because she was too shit-faced to do it herself. I'm sure we've all been in this situation with a partner or a friend. And it's really annoying, isn't it? Because you could not be angrier at them and they're rolling around on the bed, still having the best night of their fucking life. And as she's rolling around, I'm trying to undress her to put her to bed, but she won't let me do it. She's wriggling around, calling it reverse buckaroo. It's getting on my nerves. And I get her undressed, and I go to put the duvet on her. This is where I went above and beyond. As I go to put the duvet on her, she uttered a sentence to me I wasn't expecting. I go to put the duvet on her. She lay in bed, drunk as a skunk, and she went, "Meh. You are going to have to take out my tampon and my contact lenses for me." Oh, that, yeah, tampon and contact lenses. I'll tell you this, good people, I found out the next day that is the wrong order. But you know, that pink eye's on her, not on me. And I start to panic. I don't know anything about tampons. I've never had to use one before. So I go into the bathroom where they're kept. I get the box out. I'm looking on the side of the box for an extraction instruction. There are no instructions on the box. All there is a picture of the Easy applicator, which is a confusing looking piece of kit because to me, it looks like one of those little whistles you play in primary school. You know the ones I mean? Never heard that noise coming out of the bathroom. Oh, period's over, lovely. That would be good actually if there was a noise at the beginning of periods, so the men in your life know. If we're going to pick one, I reckon the horn from the Purge films. That'd be good, wouldn't it? You're sat there watching TV once a month from upstairs, you just hear. Good to know. A few of the older ones who'd fallen asleep just thought the cruise had left, lovely. Are we off to the Norwegian fjords? Also, as a side note, I don't know how those Easy applicators are making it easier for anyone. I've got one out of the packaging at this point, I'm playing with it, I'm like that. As I'm playing with it, it slowly dawns on me. I'm like, oh my God. This is why women go to the bathroom in pairs. Because it takes two of you and it's like a game of snooker. That's what I'm assuming. I've never been on a girls' night out. I'm assuming you're out with your friends, ladies. You're like that. Sandra, babes. Sandra, live, laugh, love. Could you just come to the loo with me? I need your help with that special little thing. And she goes, Sue, say no more. I'm there for you, babes. Let's go. And you go into the bar. I mean, I don't know how many Sandra and Sue's are still having periods, but never mind. You know, I haven't picked the right names there, have I? Sandra and Sue, very much in hot flush territory, aren't they? The only reason Sandra and Sue go to the bathroom together is to do lines of HRT like it's cocaine, you know? Thank you, Sue. I can dance and not start a fire. Let's do this. And you go on a night out together, you go into the bathroom, there's giant baby changing tables, you pull out the wall. Right, Sue's on her back. She's going, babes, be gentle. And a friend goes, honey, do not worry. What do they call me? That's right, Ronnie O'Sullivan. Let's do this. Oh, babes, bad news. I potted the brown, not the pink. It's my favourite joke. Get a grip. So I don't know how to remove this tampon, that's what I'm telling you. So I walk back into the bedroom, my girlfriend's lying on the bed, my now wife, right? I look between her legs, and all there is a piece of string hanging out of her vagina. Just like, a little piece of string. I don't pull it straight away, because I've ruined a lot of jumpers. And, you know, it's the last thing you need, isn't it? Accidentally unraveling your girlfriend, you know? Oh, God, no! She ends up as a pile of yarn on the floor. The only way you can get rid of her body is if Tom Daly turns her into some fucking mittens. And I walk back into the bedroom, I look at this little string, right? And I've got questions. Question number 1, how long is this piece of string? Question 2, how hard should I pull? I feel like that should be written on the box. Because I'm worried I'll pull it way too hard and her brain will come out like a party popper. You know? Boop. I've never used one. I'm worried I'll pull it, it'll click, and the bathroom light will turn on. And this is what I'm going to tell you all good people. In that moment, my girlfriend, my future wife, the woman I've realised I want to spend the rest of my life with, is lying on the bed in need of my help. I look at her, I look at the string, and a little voice in the back of my head just went, oh, light it. You know, I'm not a very good boyfriend, what are you going to do? Shh. Well, that dealt with that problem, lovely. This has been really fun. I understand I'm not for everyone, right? I understand, I'll leave you with this, right? I'm not for everyone, right? People tell me this now all the time. People no longer tell you they don't like you. What they do is they diagnose you with a mental disorder, don't they? I meet so many people now and they'll say something like, Matt, have you ever thought about being tested for ADHD? I really think you should go and get tested for ADHD. Whenever they say that, I think, grow some balls, tell me you think I'm a cunt, right? Because that's what you're trying to say, isn't it? And so many people have said this to me now, I thought, right, fuck it, I'm going to go and prove them wrong. I'm going for the test. I went for the test, absolutely fucking riddled, it turns out. I don't know where, but somewhere along the line I've contracted ADHD. And it's a nightmare, because now I've got to ring everyone I've ever slept with, tell them to get tested, and I'm gutted. The only person who's happy about this is my mum. Oh, my mum's thrilled. I told my mum I've got ADHD, and she went, oh my God, my special boy. My special boy. Because I've got ADHD, and I've got a younger brother who's autistic. And my mum's like that. She's like, my boys are so unique. My boys could go and change the world. I'm like, not really, Mum. One of us can't be on time. The other one fucking loves trains. I don't think that's going to change anything, is it? We can't even meet up in the middle and get them to run on time. Guys, this has been really fun. You can find me, I'm on Instagram, I'm on TikTok. Just before I go, I'm doing a tour in the new year. There are QR codes on the screens in the interval. It's on the 6th of November 2027 in Bristol. Please buy tickets. I'd love to see you there. Thank you for having me. Good night.